Okay, so in the last lecture, we learned all about the importance of building a trading plan or a trading idea. Now, when that trading plan and idea comes to fruition, it's all about the final piece of the puzzle, which is executing the trade, knowing how we get in, how we protect ourselves, and how we profit from that trade. So let's go through that. So first and foremost, really the execution of the trade should be the easy bit, because the hard work comes prior to that in terms of your proactive approach to building a trading plan and a trading idea. Now, it's absolutely essential that you only are ever executing a trade once your trade plan or idea comes to fruition. If it doesn't, and the economic news event that you're watching actually does the opposite to what you want to have happen, we do not take the trade. However, once it does, i.e. the news supports your trading idea, as soon as that news is released and we've digested it, the execution is pretty straightforward. All you're doing is you're getting into the trade as soon as possible. Remember, speed is of major importance when trading the news. And this is why it's key, as we've already mentioned in the resource section, to have a fast news feed, so your Squawk and your News Gun, and also a broker with fast execution and low spreads, so you can get into the market very efficiently and quickly to maximize your gains. And really, when your trade plan is spot on and the news supports your trade plan, the move should really just go in a one-directional nature. So the key thing is, the sooner you get in, the better. So let's go through the components of a trade. There are three. You have your entry, where to get in and how to get in, your stop loss, which is going to protect the downside of a trade which doesn't quite work out, and your target, which is your profit objective. So firstly, entry. As we know, this will be a live market order or instant execution. I'll talk you through that when I go through the broker platform in a separate video. And we're looking to get into that trade as soon as the news is released and it meets your preset criteria, i.e. your trade plan comes together. Now, when we're in a trade, we obviously want to protect the downside and risk manage. And I'll go through this in a bit more detail in the risk management section, but a stop loss is simply an order to exit a trade for a predetermined loss if the trade doesn't quite work out. What we're going to do is we're going to use a fixed stop loss of 80 pips from the entry price that you get in every single time. And this is really the main reason for this, is it gives the trade sufficient room to breathe, i.e. when news comes out it can get quite volatile initially. So what we don't want to do is get stopped out quickly to then miss out on the bigger move that we had anticipated. So we give it 80 pips to breathe. I'm not expecting many of your trades to hit the 80 pip stop loss. However, we do need to give it enough room to allow that trade to come to fruition. Another ideal nature about it is using a fixed stop loss every single time. It makes our risk management easier and, more importantly, quicker to work out. And you'll see this in the risk management section. But the last thing we want to be doing is spending 3 to 5 minutes working out our risk management and missing out on the majority of the move. We will be able to calculate our risk management before we take the trade. So it is literally a matter of listening to the news. If it works out, you will click into the trade because you'll have already worked out your risk management and you'll know how much to in regards to your trade size to take on the trade. And then finally is your target. This is the most important element. This is where we really want to be maximizing our gains. Initially, we're going to use a 1-to-1 reward to risk ratio. So we know that we're risking 80 pips. So we're going to look to make 80 pips on a trade. Now, trying to decide on where to take your profits as a news-based trader is very, very tricky, because some news events will absolutely fly and go 300, 400 pips, whilst others will only go 150, for example. So we're going to use 80 pips to make sure that we're taking an initial part of the move, because we want to have a high success rate in the early days, because that's going to do wonders for our confidence. So we're going to take an initial part of the move by looking to make 80 pips. What we'll do later down the line is I will give you some several discretionary elements and variables on how to take your profit. But the last thing I want to do now is complicate things by giving you 3 or 4 ways to find a target. I just want to give you one so you can get up and running. You can, it's very, very black and white. It's very straightforward, and you can build your experience using this scenario. And then later down the line, once you've got confidence and you're seeing yourself really master the skills of trading the news, then I can give you several discretionary ways of exiting a trade, which I personally do use. Not every single trade I take is a one-to-one, but that's initially what I want you to go with just as you're building up your experience, and then later down the line I'll give you some discretionary elements in regards to different ways of exiting a trade. But initially we'll go with a one-to-one. So let's make that more visible because it's easier to understand when we use a chart. So here we have an example of a buy trade. So using the pound Aussie buy trade from earlier, execution took place a few seconds after the 9:30 news, as highlighted by the blue square. The horizontal blue line above was the executed level at 2.0683. So this was me essentially at my charts, listening to the squawk and the Forex news gun. As soon as I heard it, the news came out better. My trade plan came together, and I clicked into the market as quickly as possible. Now, once I'm in a trade, I obviously want to be protecting the potential downside because no trade is guaranteed. So I always want to protect the potential downside. So what does that mean? It means I need to put my stop loss on. So where do I put that? I put my stop loss 80 pips below the market execution price. Remember, it's a buy trade, so we want the market to go up.